Hello everybody, we're back here at FanX again with another interview. This time we are here with Charlie.
Hello.
To start us off, Charlie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do?
Alright, well, I'm Charlie, of course. I'm a full-time Twitch streamer. I'm still an affiliate, but I also do YouTube, cosplay, and I do art commissions. And then for some extra income outside of art and Twitch, I am a positive reinforcement dog trainer.
Wow,
There's
okay.
some fun stuff for you.
That's interesting. It's not something I ever would have thought to do.
It's a good time.
How often do you stream through Twitch?
So I try to stream like a full-time job. So I stream Tuesday through Saturday or Sunday, just interchangeable on the weekend. And then I try to stream for about 6 hours every day, if I can. The lowest I'll do is 3, and the highest I've done is
24-hour marathon?
Over 24.
Wow. All right, you mean business.
I don't recommend it, and I don't want to do it again. It was not good.
Okay, well, as a streamer, one thing we have to ask is, what do you like to play?
So I'm partnered with League of Legends, so
Okay.
I end up playing a lot of League. But I also really love Pokemon. Of course, that's where I get my name.
Yes.
Is Charleemanderz. So I play a lot of that. But I'm variety. I stream me doing art commissions. I stream horror games, especially now that it's October. Well, getting into like September, October.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Okay, well, on that note, I just have to ask, because I myself am a huge Pokemon fan. Which generation is the best? I know it's a tough question, but I have to.
Can I give multiple answers?
Sure.
My favorite is Johto, because that's where I started, and I like being able to get 16 badges.
That's true.
And I loved Crystal, because it was the first game where you could be a girl protagonist, so I loved that game. But I think my favorite story out of any of the generations has been Gen 5 with Black and Black 2.
So
really
underappreciated. They are so underappreciated.
There's such a cool story there.
They really are. They were such great games.
They're
anyway.
Amazing.
I'm going to go on forever. So, Gavin, why don't you ask another question?
Okay, so you're a variety streamer, and you're partnered with League of Legends?
Yeah.
So how long have you been partnered with League of Legends specifically?
It's actually been about a year in August.
Okay. So what kind of like requirements does it mean to be partnered with League of Legends? Because I'm pretty new to streaming myself, so I'm gonna have a bunch of questions.
Absolutely. With League, I was already playing a lot of League. I'm not necessarily good at League. I peaked like Gold 3, by the way. So they had applications for content creator partners. So that's if you did YouTube content, Facebook streaming, Twitch streaming, whatever. They said that you could apply for partnership. And so I shot my shot, I was like, maybe I could make partnership, and I did, and I was absolutely blown away by it. So if there's ever a game franchise that you really, really love, and you are doing some sort of content creation, always keep your eye out with the game developers if they're working with streamers or content creators for those opportunities, because you can possibly get partnered and get cool opportunities. Like last year, they threw us like a little League Partner Program party, and I got to meet a bunch of creators that I really look up to, so it was a really cool time.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how did you personally get into the whole content creation scene? Because I know there's a lot of people these days that are trying to get their foot in the door. What was it that kind of got you into the whole content creation scene?
Well, I was playing video games anyway, was the main thing. I knew that I was already going to be doing that.
Sure.
But my biggest obstacle was my stage fright, because I was really, really afraid of, being a meme on Reddit or something.
Yeah, for sure.
So I bought all the equipment, I built my computer like almost 5 years ago, and I was ready to stream then, but I just couldn't get over the confidence
stage
issue.
fright.
Yeah. But funny enough, when I started streaming, after being afraid for a while, I got a lot of confidence, because when you watch that number go up from 3 viewers to 50, and you're like, wait, I'm talking in front of 50 people right now.
Right.
Like, it kind of switched something in my brain, I don't know, so now I feel a lot more comfortable. So that was pretty much what it was. It was a lot of encouragement from friends being like, hey, you're playing them anyway, you're fun, like, just turn on the camera and like see what happens.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, we're certainly trying, right, Gavin?
I know.
Easier said than done.
I keep buying personal equipment for myself because after I graduate, I really want to start personally streaming.
Yeah.
But it's a scary investment.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think my biggest piece of advice, if like you're new to streaming or starting out, is to not worry about having like the best top of the line equipment now. Like you can start streaming now, building a community now. You don't have to have everything super fancy, and then just kind of slowly, gradually invest in what you're doing. Then you're not putting yourself in debt or putting yourself out and feeling like you've made a big mistake. Then it just feels more like a hobby that you can monetize into something really cool.
Well, like you said, most people are playing games anyway.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
me. You know, I play games all the time anyway. So it's just a matter of, I guess, getting yourself out there, giving it a try.
Absolutely.
So another question we always like to ask: what are your favorite fandoms? I know obviously you're a fan of anime and the like. What are your favorite fandoms?
Okay, that's a all-encompassing term, fandom.
We are giving you a break. We're giving you fandoms plural instead of just the one, because that would be much harder.
That's so difficult. Okay, so is this like specifically like gaming franchises? Or
It could be anything.
Anything? Okay.
Just
all right.
something that I mean, we are the Geek Wave, so
Oh, perfect. Okay.
we specialize in what makes you geek.
Well,
the most.
I play D&D every Monday with the same group I've been playing with almost 3 years, almost 4, maybe somewhere around there. So I'm a huge D&D fan, and then pretty much all sorts of video games. I don't have a specific console or just PC that I play. I'm all over the board when it comes to playing video games. And I'm a big shonen anime fan, personally.
What's your favorite shonen?
Okay. Well, that's really hard. I just barely got all the way caught up with Naruto, so I'm completely caught up.
Wait,
Naruto,
was
Shippuden,
Naruto with
Boruto,
Boruto?
yeah,
Okay.
Boruto, all of it. I'm finally caught up there. So right now it's top of mind as my favorite, but I think my true favorite is this little tiny anime that I don't think anyone knows about. It's called Ginga Densetsu Weed. And if you don't know what it is, you should watch it. It's a shonen anime about dogs, and it's amazing.
I don't
It's
think
really
I
good.
recognize it, but I'll have to check it out now.
It's fun.
And that's saying a lot, because Gavin is like our resident anime guru in the Geek Wave. So
Definitely check it out. Let me know what you think, because it's my personal favorite.
Okay. And so, as far as your streaming career, was there ever a moment that where you just gained a mass amount of followers at one moment, or was there a moment where you just felt completely you had made it, because we just barely hit affiliate.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of like a breakthrough moment.
And that felt fantastic. But there was a moment before where we were reaching out to a bunch of streamers and we were having a fantastic time, and we gained I know it's probably not as much as 14,000, but
it was gradual.
yeah.
It was gradual.
Who's
Okay,
counting?
so it was
Who's
just
counting?
very gradual. You didn't have any moment where you were someone rated you and it was
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's been so many moments, truthfully, where I've met new people or content creators that I've really, really admired that have found my stream somehow and interacted with me, and I've gotten some crazy raids before, Pokegame MD. I'm not sure if you know who that is.
I do,
Okay.
Joey.
Yeah.
He hosted me after we were watching the direct, and he hosted me with 1,000-something people,
Wow, that's
and it
crazy.
was super surreal. And I wrote it out and tried not to show how flustered I was, but I was oh, that's so cool, and I got a ton of follows from that.
Sometimes
So-
that's the hardest part is remaining composed when things happen.
Right. It's after the camera was off, I was like, what? That's crazy.
Because that's what I was asking, if you ever had any fantastic moments like that. And I'm glad that it happens, because even when someone raids with a party of 5 for a new streamer like us, yeah, I'm always I'm blushing a little bit.
Totally. There's been so many throughout too. When I first started to now, it's I always appreciate anyone dropping a host or rating or anything. And I like being able to get to do that too now. It's really cool to get to go to smaller channels now and getting to host them and have them freak out is the coolest feeling.
Yeah, definitely.
Feel free to drop by
So
anytime.
feel free.
Feel free to drop by anytime when we're streaming. So besides, being partnered with Twitch, or this sponsorship with League of Legends, are there any other big things that you're working towards, or things that you're really excited about?
So I am currently still an affiliate with Twitch.
Sure.
I'm applying for partnership, so I'm hoping
right,
that I get
right.
that. And then TwitchCon is in a couple of weeks, and there's so many people that I can't wait to meet and see again. And
of course, I hear it's great.
It's such
great.
a blast, absolute blast. So I'm really, really looking forward to that, because it's always such a cool sense of community
Sure.
on Twitch, since Twitch is still relatively new in the grand scheme of things.
I'd say so.
So
I think streaming in general is pretty
yes,
new.
streaming
The
is
grand
very
scheme of gaming.
new wave.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that, and a potential partnership, and growing my YouTube channel mainly.
Nice. Well, are there any last words of advice you would give to anybody who wants to make a name for themselves in this crazy industry?
I would say, if you are looking into content creation, I'm primarily a streamer, so my advice is going to be pretty much about streaming, but to give yourself a schedule, because when people tune in, they tune in kind of like a show. When I started streaming, and how I grew most of my community, was that I streamed Skyrim pretty much solely every day at the same time. So people kind of knew when to expect me. They're like, oh, well, I was in this directory before at 7 p.m. and this person was there. And so if you have a way for people to see when you can stream next, and to try and stay really consistent, even if it's one day a week for a couple of hours, that can really help your growth. So that's probably my biggest piece of advice.
Awesome. It is great advice. I've done the whole streaming sporadically thing, and it never works
It's
out,
hard.
so.
It's very hard.
Anyway, thank you so much, Charlie, for spending some time with us, answering some questions. It was Charleemanderz? Is that okay?
Charleemander with a Z.
With a Z
Charleemanderz.
is her social media. We'll be sure to drop all of her handles down in the description as well. Feel free to give her a follow and show her your support.
Yeah,
Thank you.
especially if you like League of Legends. She has some top tier. Gold 3, you said?
Gold 3.
Gold
yeah.
3
Wow.
gameplay.
This is my peak.
That's better than
We're
I've
working
ever
on it.
done.
It's okay. I'm in Gold 4 right now, so not in League, because I can't play League. But it's hard to get past that door.
It
Awesome.
is, for
well,
sure.
thanks, guys, and we'll catch you next time.